Okay, so now that AI is starting to settle a bit, I'll I'll give you my opinion on AI when it comes to, I don't know, web design. But personally, I don't use any AI tools in my design process, and I just don't think they're good enough. Um, and the people that say they're good enough, or that they keep spamming LinkedIn, saying that if you don't use this brand new tool, you're like missing out and you're gonna get replaced. I mean, I think they're lying to you, and I don't think even them are using those tools. I don't know. So we'll just go through like a few videos I found on the internet, and I don't know. I'll just give you my opinion on like the tools that they're reviewing. So yeah, let's just take a few videos. Yeah, so like the first AI great tool is, I mean, ChatGPT. So basically, what he's saying is that I mean, he's using ChatGPT to generate like I don't know, like an outline for a website. I mean, yeah, okay, so yeah, you get an outline. What now? Like, do you need an outline? Like, as a designer, do you not? I mean, most likely your client already knows what he wants. So, do you really need this? I mean, who's gonna use it? I mean, it looks cool, it works. I mean, ChatGPT works, but is it useful for me as a designer? Uh, I don't know. I personally wouldn't use it. I don't use it. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. Let's just yeah, another website. Build the websites in 30 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You give location. Uh, Niche. Okay, that's nice. 30 seconds. I mean, it works, but this just looks bad. I mean, it's bad. Are you gonna? Who's gonna use this? Is it useful for anyone? It is cool that it works, but again, I wouldn't use it. I don't think most people would use it. I don't even know. Like, it just looks bad. It just looks like an average website. People, if they want to, I mean, if you want to do something themselves, they can use like Webflow or something. You just pick up a theme and just add this, do the same thing basically. But it would look like way better than this. I mean, this is just, it just looks bad. It's not useful, at least to most people. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, generate new. I mean, okay, yeah, there's like hundreds of color palette generator tools already, and they don't use AI. I don't even think this one uses AI. It's just they put AI in the title so that, I don't know, they get more traffic. Uh, yeah, I get. I mean, yeah, you use color generating palette tools. I guess that's useful, but I mean, there's nothing AI about it. So okay, font match, like combination, font joy. Yeah, so font pairing. Yeah, I mean, this is useful. I could see, I don't use it myself, but I could see it being used. But again, I don't think it uses anything AI. It's just, I don't know, like a script that pairs fonts together. Uh, I don't know, I might be wrong. Maybe it uses AI, but I don't know. Uh, I guess, yeah, maybe I could see people using this, but I don't use it personally. Yeah, okay, maybe. Another color palette generator. Uh, this is probably an upscale tool. Yeah, okay. Upscaling software. Okay, it works. I just don't like it myself. I mean, this is what you end up with, okay? I mean, this is a video, but I mean, it's the same process. All it does is just removes grain. I mean, you take something that looks like this, and you turn it into this. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't have grain, but it looks like worse, in my opinion. Uh, there's like no dimension to it. There's like it's just flat. It's ugly. It looks like a cartoon. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, you could probably use it like to upscale like low resolution products, but again, it sounds good in theory, but you're gonna upscale some product, right? And in the process, you lose like half the text that's printed on the actual label or like something. That's gonna become useless. I mean, you cannot like have different. I mean, a product look different than the actual version, because I mean it's important that the product to be accurate. I guess if it does, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. So uh, yeah, maybe you could. Sometimes it works upscaling, but most of the time I don't think it does work that well. So I don't know. Again, I don't use it myself, but let's just say maybe it works. Maybe it's useful. Yeah, like this is a bunch of other apps, like bundle of AI tools, most likely for uh, pretty much an overlay for ChatGPT with some functions and rules. But yeah, I'm. This is not really web design related. I mean, you can add placeholder, right? Instead of using placeholder text, you can add like niche specific random text and titles and stuff like that. But um, yeah, I don't use it myself. I just use placeholder text. Uh, yeah, I guess maybe you could say it's useful. It works. Again, I don't think the people that do these videos or like web designers in general use them. They just make videos about them. They post on LinkedIn about them, saying that you're missing out. I just don't think they're actually that useful. They're just solutions in search of problems, I guess, like just like the blockchain. Yeah. Anyway, but again, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Sorry, this is just my opinion. Yeah, user personas. I yeah. So like the whole thing of when it comes to UX design, and then there's like this yeah, this is upscaling. So there's another thing. Uh, yeah, like heat mapping. Okay, and this it shows this person shows this I don't know app attention heat map. The thing is the way AI works, it averages, right? It takes 100,000 websites and it just averages what's popular, like the heat map. It assumes that the user is gonna look on the left side on the first text, and then on the faces, and then on the first button, and then on the logo and stuff like that. Uh, the point is, I mean, this looks cool, but it's useless because that's not how. I mean, the whole point of heat mapping is that you want to see what your actual customers, your users, look at. I mean, this is just general rules, okay? This is just averaging, like taking a bunch of websites and assuming that, like, where most of the users will look on any website in general, okay? If that makes sense, I don't know. But maybe your website, like, let's say I put up, instead of this image, I put like some weird image. I mean, the whole traffic, I mean, all the users are going to be looking first at the actual image because it's just weird, and like the whole heat mapping is going to be useless because it will not be accurate. If I write something racist like right here on the subtext, I mean, people are going to be looking at that even though it's like a small text. So yeah, I mean, again, it's cool, but it just doesn't work. And I don't know, like user persona, the same thing. I mean, this thing does not generate accurate information. It just averages information from the internet. It's just an image of an image. It just mirrors content. It's not. I mean, like I said, on average, it should work like half the time. I mean, it. I mean, in general, it should work. In theory, it should work. But it's just not real information. It's not. It just imitates real information. If that's, I mean, that's how AI works, and ChatGPT at the moment. So I don't think these people that built these realize, and like the whole, okay, this is just my opinion, but the whole user personas and UX process like this is, I just don't do it myself because I think it's a waste of time because. I think that when it comes to building stuff on the internet, like you decide to build something, you start working on it, and then you uh, put some users in front of it, and in front of it, and you realize that I mean, they just use it way differently than you initially expected, or like your audience is like totally different than when you expected, and you just have to continue to adapt. But when you design, I mean, this looks good, looks, I don't know, the whole user persona, but I don't think it's that useful. It's just a way to showcase as a designer that you like put up effort into like design process, or like, I don't know, show a bunch of stuff so that some non-designer is gonna be impressed by it. But in real life, I just don't think it's that useful. I mean, it's the same case with wireframing, I guess. It just, I mean, it looks cool, but unless, I don't know, there's like some specific like exceptions. I mean, in most cases, it's just a waste of time, at least for me. Especially when you're like one designer and you already know like what you want. Maybe if it's a big team or like a bunch of people, then it makes sense to have like a big like an organized structure. But in most of the time, I mean, if I already know what the general structure of the web page, what's the point of doing the same design twice? The wireframing and then the actual design. But anyway, this is just me. This is just my opinion, so I may be wrong. Uh, yeah, I don't know what this does. Yeah, it's just a background removal tool, I guess. With, I guess it replaces the background. I mean, yeah, okay, these, I mean, they look cool. They, you could probably use them once. Like they would seem cool. They sound, I mean, they work. But are you really gonna use them in the design process? I don't know. I wouldn't use them myself. I don't find them useful for my process. I don't know. And I don't think most designers do. I mean, they just showcase cool stuff, but I mean, most of the people the influencers, I guess. Uh, yeah, some parallax effect, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, it could work. Heat mapping again. Yeah, I like Midjourney alternatives. I never used. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. I just don't use them myself. Let's just stick to that. I just use stock image websites. Sure, those who might already like generate AI images themselves. If I find them useful, okay, fine. I'm probably gonna use them. But like, what am I gonna do with these? Like, so yeah, if I'm using like images or like illustrations, I need them to be in from an icon pack or like illustration pack. They need to be consistent. I cannot have like different styles of illustrations, and if I have to spend like a day to like generate AI images, and maybe I can find a similar style like for all my images, uh, how is that gonna help my process? I would just it was just will easier. Uh, it will be easier for me to just use I mean FreePic or whatever, uh, like whatever stock image website that has illustrations and stuff like that, like I'm already doing like this, and it's an SVG. I can change colors. It's already, I mean, they're SVGs, they're vector files. Those are not vector files. The AI tools that generate them, as far as I understand. There are a few, but I mean they don't work that well. Uh, Again, my opinion is that AI, when it comes at least to web design, is just not that useful, and it's just not there. When AI will be able to generate stuff like this and illustrations like this as SVGs, vector files, which you can just take and start removing stuff in Figma, change colors and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe I'll use them, but right now there's not. I don't think it's actually able to generate vector files. Because I guess the way I understand AI works, uh, it just doesn't work with lines. It works with pixels, as far as I understand. Um, so it's just, I don't know, averaging stuff. You cannot average lines. I mean, I don't know. So I just don't know what I'm talking about. I might be wrong. So, but as far as I understand, like, at least at the moment, there's no AI tool that is able to generate like illustrations like these, which are vectorized. Uh, so, although they might look cool, they maybe look, I don't know, cool. They won't be consistent because you won't have an icon pack. Uh, and like you'll have to crop them, remove the background. It will be, yeah, you cannot change the colors. It's a hassle. Okay, it's not that useful. It just takes more time than it should. And uh, I mean, time is important for me as a designer. I cannot like spend days trying to find or like to generate stuff when I could just, like I said, use an icon pack and just illustration pack, whatever, then like use them on in my design in like 3 minutes. Uh, yeah, I mean DALL-E, Midjourney, uh, yeah, they look cool. Like I said, I mean you could probably use those if you make NFTs or something. But as I mean, what niche do you have to be in to use those on an actual website? Where can you use them? Like on the backgrounds, like as like what? If you want to make abstract backgrounds and stuff like that, sure, maybe it's useful. But other than that, like what am I gonna do with these? Uh, you can print them, put them on the wall, but on a website, I don't know. Stuff like this. I mean, there's some like half the images are broken. Sure, it's getting better. Midjourney is probably better than DALL-E. I don't know. But again, I would just use stock images. They're way more. How do I say it? Um, I don't know. These look like lifeless. It's just flat. It is. I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it. Uh, but again, I mean, they don't even work properly, especially when it comes to legs and fingers and stuff like that. But maybe, I mean, they're getting better. But like I said, they're definitely not there yet, and I personally don't use them in my design process. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, these are the most popular tools. They look cool, like I said. Yeah, they look cool at least, but uh, yeah, I just, I, I just don't see it. I don't use it, and I just don't see how I could use them efficiently in my design process. Anyway, this has been, it's been like 18 minutes already of me saying random stuff. Uh, yeah. Anyway, this is just my opinion. Like I said, I just don't see a way to use AI for web design at the moment. Uh, it's just not that great, and it doesn't really work. It doesn't really help me. So yeah, maybe in a few years I will be able. I don't know. Maybe there's gonna be something better. But as of now, I think the whole AI thing is overrated. I mean, the only thing ChatGPT and AI is good at is at spamming the internet with SEO content. I mean, it's just spam. Uh, Other than that, yeah. I mean, I see people trying AI for like developers using AI for, I don't know, fixing code and stuff like that. But like the trend is that they use it for a while and then they get back to Stack Overflow and I don't know. Maybe, like I said, this is just my opinion. But as far as like designers go and web design, I don't think realistically a lot of designers use these tools. They just say they do because it just gets attention from other people that, yeah, they just, yeah, I mean, it's just a new trend right now, so people jump on trends because they want to be first. Uh, yeah, but I'm curious to see what you guys think and hear what you guys think. Uh, but other than that, I just, like I said, I remain pessimistic. I mean, I'm optimistic that there's gonna be improvements, but at the moment, like I said, I don't use them. I don't find them useful, and they look cool, but that's about it. So uh, yeah, that's just my 2 cents, I guess. Yeah.